Good afternoon. A drink driver has been jailed for 4 years and 8 months after causing the death of his friend. 21-year-old Billy Plested overturned his Vauxhall Corsa at 103 miles per hour, while nearly double the legal limit on the M27 at Portsmouth back in June last year. His friend and passenger Luke Shaw later died of his injuries. Portsmouth Crown Court heard how Plested had drank half a litre of spirits and lager before getting behind the wheel. The M3 motorway in Surrey was closed today after a lorry hit a bridge. The incident happened between junctions 4 and 3. Surrey police closed all lanes in the early hours when the heavy goods vehicle struck the Portsmouth Road Bridge near Frimley. Police are searching for a teenager who hasn't been seen for more than a week. 16-year-old Ella Sayers from Hove was last seen in Brighton heading to a New Year's Eve party. She's known to have contacts in both Sussex and Surrey. More than 200 new homes are set to be built in Portsmouth. It's in a bid to ease council waiting lists. The City Council says it's the most ambitious housing project in the city since the end of the Second World War. Now, a centre in Sussex is helping patients with spinal cord injuries undergo the long process of rehabilitation. Clients include a Paralympic gold medalist. The clinic is designed to help those who have recently left hospital to lead as full a life as possible. Derek Johnson reports.
Yeah, you got really good, David.
David Smith won a Paralympic gold at London 2012. Recent surgery left him paralysed down his left side.
Yeah, we could do that.
He's now trying to rebuild strength here at the NeuroKinex Centre at Crawley. This machine, the only one in Europe, helps stimulate muscles and nerves in the lower body.
Since London, I've been re-diagnosed twice with the same recurrent tumour. So, in some ways, I've struggled to enjoy the medal, ultimately because I've been trying to stay alive. I arrived here on a walking stick and could barely walk, and today I ran on the treadmill. So for me, it works.
Harvey Sahota founded the company after a fall in which he suffered a spinal injury, believing there was not enough rehabilitation and care for people after they left hospital.
It's very, very important from my perspective that not only myself but others like me would have access to something that would allow us to thrive rather than survive with a spinal cord injury.
Also undergoing rehab is Sam Martin. She broke her back at the family home last Christmas Day.
I was busy getting my children their Christmas presents from the loft. I'd finished putting the Christmas presents out. I'd gone back up into the loft and sadly I fell through the loft hatch. I've severed my spine and I'm now paralysed from my waist down. And I'm just, learning to cope. When you're not able to walk, you think things are taken away from you, but actually I believe that you can still live an independent life in a wheelchair, and hopefully the team are going to help me become as fit as I can.
There is a huge amount of potential still in the nervous system, and it's being able to really tap into that potential and really give people a platform to perform better.
The company has now been recognised by the foundation set up in the name of actor Christopher Reeve, becoming its first international affiliate. Derek Johnson, ITV News, Crawley.
Well, football now, and a busy day in the FA Cup third round. Reading lost 4-0 in the early kick-off against Manchester United at Old Trafford. Southampton drew 2-2 at Norwich, while Bournemouth went down 3-0 at Millwall. Brighton won 2-0 at home against MK Dons, and a good result for Oxford, 3-2 winners at Rotherham. But Eastleigh were beaten 5-1 at Brentford. And in League One today, Swindon played out a 1-1 draw against Shrewsbury at the County Ground. Let's take a look at the weather forecast now with Luke Castiglione.
From puddles to paddling, driving through Europe. Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
Hello again, good afternoon. The good news is it's looking dry and settled for the rest of this weekend. Not too cold either. However, we do hold on to this thick, low cloud and murky conditions through the day tomorrow. But high pressure remains in charge of our weather, keeping it dry but keeping in all this cloud. It's through the day on Monday we'll see this low pressure system arrive from the northwest. A cold front will bring some rain for a time on Monday afternoon, and you can see the tightening of these isobars indicates the wind picking up, and it will start to feel a bit colder from Monday. But back to this evening and overnight, and the mist and hill fog reforming quickly once again. But under this blanket of thick cloud, that will help to keep temperatures mild for the time of year overnight. We're looking at lows down to around 6 or 7 degrees in our towns and cities, a bit cooler out in the countryside. But it will be a dreary, grey and misty start to Sunday morning. I think through the course of the morning we will get to see a few more bright spells, particularly out towards the west here. But on the whole, cloudy through the day, the mist stubborn to shift, temperatures similar to today with light winds. Looking unsettled though into Monday. Have a good evening.
Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
Well, that's it from the news team for today. We're back tomorrow though. Until then, do have a very good evening. Bye-bye.